Let's just wait for a couple of more people to join. In fact, we are on zero. Uh, but that's just the beauty of life, guys. When you start Otomaga zero, and I'm not too sure. For a Wirala. Now let's just wait for. Can somebody join, please? Just on the ways. But you just have to be patient. So I don't know if I should start now or what, but yeah. Let me check. Retouch on, retouch off. Let me to restart. Ndlandla Mukwena. Yes, Ntate Ndlandla. What are you? Dintsamo, big boss. Alright, the leadership. Kanta ako spanning when Ndlandla. I thought you're supposed to be at work and mfana wako McDonald's. I don't know who just joined, but we have two people on the live right now. Ketseling. Oh, Ntlantla says he's on his way. I don't know, going to work or coming back from work or what. There's two people that joined the live. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see who the next person is, but I think the reason why I made this live, guys, is just so that I can just tell you about appreciating the beauty of life. It's very important. Yo, my lips are dry. I got sort of Vaseline on. But yeah, so I came to drop off a client go Keivits Kroon Estate. The place is very beautiful, guys. I don't even want to lie to you. And I think it made me realize how important it is for you to really be exposed to a whole lot of things, because it could be a place that really sparks something in you. It could be people that you're going to come up or come across that are going to motivate you to become a different person or learn new things that you haven't really been exposed to. So you are honestly a product of the environment that you are in. There's about 20 people that are in the live right now. So I was just telling the guys that I just want to make this life to appreciate the beauty of life, to be quite honest with you guys. So I'm at this beautiful place. Somebody like this Busiyo Mokoena. Ke khumbule ekhaya. Aw khumbule ekhaya. Oh, that's my aunt. Veronique. Veronique says hello. So Veronique, I was just telling the guys earlier on when I started this live, just to show people how important it is for you to be exposed to the beauty of life, because there's things that you're not going to see in the area that you stay in. There's things that you're not going to be exposed to in the province that you are in. Listen, guys, I'm not here in not necessarily my own accord. So I came to drop off a client in the area that I'm in, and I thought to myself, let me just really enjoy the area. Let me just walk around. They even allowed me to take pictures of the area. It's so beautiful. It's in Montana. So this place is very beautiful, guys, and always think about the place that you're in. So there's a famous saying where people say you are the product of the five average people that you hang around with. So if you're going to hang around criminals, chances are, if you hang around them long enough, you might end up being a criminal yourself. If you hang around people that are churchgoers or Christians or whatever the case may be, uh, you are most likely to adapt to their ways of thinking. You are most likely to adapt to their ways of doing things and their mindset, of course. So it's always great and it's always positive. It's always, a good idea for you to surround yourself with the right people, the right crowd, because it honestly gives you motivation. You become better. And imagine being surrounded by people that are bricklayers and always watching them work. The chances are very high, most likely than not, that you are also going to try and jump into whatever it is that they do, learn a skill or two, even if you don't do the actual job. But as long as there is a spark of interest in whatever job that the person does, when you are most likely going to end up being in that particular area, finding it interesting to do whatever it is that they do. So you could be, my aunt is in Mamelodi, Lentlandla. So Busisio that you see on the live, Lentland, they're in Mamelodi. There's things that they see in Mamelodi. I'm in Montana. There's things that I get to see in Montana. But for the mere fact that I'm in Montana and there's things happening in Mamelodi doesn't mean that it doesn't necessarily exist. And I saw this clip on TikTok of a lady explaining this um, quantum jump, to say you are a product of the 3D surrounding that you're in. So what I'm able to see right now here, it doesn't mean that there's no ocean in Cape Town. Yes, there's a swimming pool here where I am, but it doesn't necessarily mean that a swimming pool doesn't exist because where you are there's no swimming pool. And for the mere fact that there's war in Ukraine and all of these other countries, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist simply because you haven't seen them. But remember now, your mind is a wonderful tool that allows you to really get to experience life that you haven't even experienced. You are able to think, you are able to imagine. You can go in the past and revisit the things that you've already seen with your own two eyes. But your mind is a powerful tool that allows you to now visit the future that you haven't really gotten to experience or even seen at all. But because you are able to envision, and he spoke about, I think, the fourth dimension, that is the future as well as the past. But the present only works with things that you are able to see in your surrounding. So always think about things that you want to let's say for instance you want to become a rich person. You can envision yourself in this big house, in this beautiful environment, I don't know, maybe with kids, maybe married, or whatever the situation is, in a specific area, because your mind it is not bound to the 3D dimension or the 360 view of what you are seeing right now. So you could be watching this live right now in a room or in your bedroom, or maybe you are outside. If you can just maybe turn left, turn right, look up or down, it's only things that you are going to see. But it doesn't mean that your neighbor, who's like maybe 5 houses away from you, is also having the same view. And that is the beauty of life, that you are only going to see things based on your perspective. But it doesn't mean that that's what life is all about. There'll be things that people are experiencing that you are not even aware of. So always try and challenge yourself to go and experience life, whether be it going to buy ice cream on your own. You don't have to always do things with a group. You don't always have to do things with a friend. And sometimes it's good to experience certain things on your own. You could be in a relationship, you could be married, but always Andres and Doom. Yes, Mr. Doom. So Andres I remember I once bumped into Andres go, I think, Rosettenville. He was working that side. Then I think 4 5 months down the line, I saw Andres in a different dimension now. We are on a phone, on WhatsApp. He started posting stuff and he was at school. Jiggy Jiggy Andres, he's graduating. It's simply because he did not allow his environment to constrain him into a certain way of thinking. So I'm glad to really see people that I know really do great things. And I'm honestly motivated, guys, by the things that I'm seeing here. So I'm going to tilt my camera. I want to show you the area that I'm at right now. And just before you think maybe this is Cape Town, this is not Cape Town, guys. It is in Pretoria. And because I didn't know about this place, it didn't mean it did not exist. It exists, but it's just that you haven't been in its close proximity. And that's what it means. For the mere fact that you haven't seen 10,000 rands in your account, for the mere fact that you haven't seen a 1,000,000 rand in your account, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. That money exists. You just have to find yourself in places where you are going to be closer to that particular goal that you want to reach. If you want to lose weight, it doesn't mean that the slender version of you does not exist. You just have to put in the work, go to the gym, you know, diet and do all the right thing. I did not have a car, I think, a year ago. But I always envisioned myself and I did things that are going to allow me to be closer to that goal. So I had to do my license first. And now that I have a license, I can be able to say, okay, now I am nearer and I'm closer to that particular goal. And I think one of the biggest mistakes that most of us do, you set a goal, big or small, you only focus on that particular goal. But the only thing that I want to highlight is the fact that you need to focus on the right things, and the right things could be the behavior, the habits that get into the motion of doing each and every single day. Let's take for instance, you say that you want to save money, but your actual habits are of somebody who's a reckless spender. Every day you think about spending, but you don't even think of ways of how can I limit my spending, how can I think of ways of cutting down on either. It could be buying if grocery how get 2 down. How about you buy groceries at 1.8? Because it is possible. You can sacrifice, instead of buying 30 eggs, you buy, I don't know what the intervals are, maybe 12, you buy a dozen. If you buy French Gima, you can buy a smaller version. You'll still survive, you'll still be available, you'll still be able to do things and experience life. And instead of only living hand to mouth, think about putting money away. And because I'm a Uber driver or a Bolt driver, I get to make money every day. So I'm saving 150 Rand each and every single day so that I can be able to get to experience life to the fullest, guys. Life is not just about, hey, I get paid, let me buy groceries, let me buy electricity, let me buy food, and it ends there. There's so many things, guys. What about experiencing life? Tsamaya o reka ice cream, take a chicken leg in, go for a walk, and you would even see, and there's not even, I'm not trying to make this racial, but you see white people take walks, they go hiking and all of that. Us, we don't even think about those things, and that is the saddest part about life. To see, we only get to experience things that we grew up seeing. When you say you have money, you want to party, or we don't really get to experience life to the fullest. It's like an emotional being, a human being, guys. You cannot only experience sadness and happiness. That's unfair to you. You need to get to experience a full spectrum of feelings. There's so many other things: joy, happiness, sadness, worry. There's so many other things, guys. Contentment, achievement, a sense of belonging, because you are part of a community, because you are part of a group, because you're part of, and those things are very important, guys. You need to have friends, you need to have families that you get time to spend with, and also make sure that you get time to spend with yourself as well. But yeah, that's only what I wanted to say to you guys, because I am in a particular area and it really motivated me. And I thought, let me take you with on this place, because you are not here, but because of the beauty of technology, you are able to get to experience things that you wouldn't necessarily experience if you didn't have a phone. Yes, you are not here with me, but you are here because of you are able to view it on a phone, and that's the beauty of life. And remember, I said your mind is able to go back to the past, but don't be trapped there. And also find yourself in the present, but be motivated enough to think about the future. But do not find yourself thinking so much about the future that you also forget to focus on the present, because the present moment is what's going to get you to the future. But do not be stuck in the present, because that is a very dangerous place to be. But thanks a lot, guys, to everyone that commented, Ntlantla, Busi, my aunt, Andres as well, and to other people that came in and jumped off as well. I hope that you're having a lovely Sunday. If you are not, just know that that situation is not permanent. It has come to pass. It has come as a lesson, and learn from it, and go and enjoy life, guys. That is for me. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed as yet, please do subscribe, guys. Ne? And here's my thing. I am on 598 subscribers currently. My target is 1000 subscribers. So I would really appreciate it, guys, if you can share my videos or the link to my videos on your WhatsApp statuses, or maybe on your Facebook. Share it with your friends, share it with a family member. Somebody could be learning something from the video. So yeah, go ahead, do it, and it would honestly make my life much easier. And this is your journey through me as well. So we get to teach and learn from one another. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. Stay blessed, live in sharp. Thank you, bye.